Have you ever opened a shopping app just because your day felt a little too heavy? Not because you needed anything, not because you lacked something important, just a bad day, a cold message, work going nowhere, a moment that made you feel small, a silent kind of sadness you couldn't really name. So you lie in bed, phone in hand, scrolling out of habit, and suddenly you add something to your cart. Maybe a shirt, a new lipstick, a gadget you'll forget after a few weeks. But in that single moment, when you hit place order, something inside you exhales, as if somehow you just took back a little piece of control. Why is that? Because deep down, what we're buying isn't the item. It's the feeling that maybe, just maybe, we're still allowed to want something good for ourselves. Have you ever felt that way? When the cart becomes a crutch, no one really teaches us what to do with our feelings. We're told to work hard, to stay composed, to avoid being too emotional. So when we feel empty, disappointed, hurt, or just alone, we're often left guessing. Instead of speaking up, we disappear into screens. Instead of asking someone, "Can we talk?" we ask the internet, "What's on sale today?" And strangely enough, just a few taps later, a package on the way. And somehow, our heart feels slightly more steady. Not because the item means something profound, but because at least we're doing something for ourselves. We think we're choosing a product, but what we're really choosing is a feeling. Have you ever bought something not because you needed it, but because no one had asked you, "How are you doing today?" This is more common than we admit. It has a name: emotional spending. Buying not from desire, but from the ache of something unspoken. When no one notices your effort, when your worth feels invisible, when your silence is misunderstood as strength, a package at your doorstep becomes the softest kind of reward. A message from you to you. It's okay. You're still worthy of something good. The strange part? It works. At least for a few minutes. Dopamine, a feel-good brain chemical, spikes when we shop. The brain reads it as relief, a momentary lift. And so, we repeat the pattern. Buying itself isn't wrong. Treating yourself isn't the issue. But if you always need to buy something to feel okay, maybe what you truly need can't be delivered in a box. Why what we buy rarely fills us. It's odd, isn't it? We believe that once we get the thing we wanted, we'll feel better. And sometimes we do, but only for a while. Then, something subtle happens. A few hours pass, maybe a few days, and all that remains is the box, the receipt, and a kind of quiet disappointment you didn't expect. The item didn't fail you. It just didn't touch the part of you that's been aching. Because what you really wanted wasn't the product. It was a pause. A moment where you felt noticed, soothed, or even just in control. We try to fill an emotional gap with a physical object, but that emptiness, it doesn't live in your closet. It lives somewhere deeper, somewhere no shopping app can reach. Have you ever stared at something you just bought and quietly asked yourself, "Did I really want this? Or did I just want to feel something else?" This is the paradox of emotional consumption. We know it doesn't solve anything, yet we keep doing it. Because for a brief moment, it offers a break from the storm inside. Even if what follows is regret, guilt, or another layer of numbness. But let's be honest, in a world that moves too fast and listens too little, how many things offer instant comfort like this? We don't shop because we're shallow. We shop because we crave relief. We crave a choice. A small one, perhaps, but one we get to make when everything else feels out of reach. The color, the size, the delivery date, all ours to decide. And in that small act, we feel like we matter again. But deep down, we know there are things that can't be bought, like being seen, like being asked, "Are you okay?" Like feeling loved even when we're not trying to earn it. When those things are missing, we reach for the nearest substitute and hope it will do, even when inside we know it won't. The human brain is wired to seek comfort. When we're sad, anxious, or overwhelmed, it doesn't just sit still. It starts searching. It whispers, "Find something that feels good, now." You think you're scrolling just to kill time, but your brain is actually hard at work, trying to rescue you from a feeling you haven't fully faced. Dopamine, the feel-good chemical, rises when we shop. Even imagining the item, planning the purchase, gives us a hit. Clicking buy now, that's the peak. A little surge of relief, a small exhale in a heavy day. But dopamine burns fast. It doesn't linger. And once it fades, cortisol, the stress hormone, returns. And we're back where we started. Only now, there's a package on the way. You're not addicted to the thing itself. You're addicted to the momentary silence it brings to your pain. Psychologists call this coping, and sometimes it's the only way we know how. From a young age, we're taught, be good and you'll get a treat. Do well and you'll earn a reward. Our brain learns to link feeling okay with getting something. But as we grow up, there are no more gold stars. No one hands us a sticker for surviving a rough day. So we become the giver. We reward ourselves, not with healing, but with objects. We recreate the pattern because it once worked, even if now it leaves us emptier. And maybe the hardest part of all is that no one ever taught us another way. No one sat us down and said, "It's okay to feel sad. You're allowed to just be tired. You don't have to earn your worth." So we reach for the cart because it's familiar, it's fast, and it doesn't ask questions. But deep down, there's a quieter longing, not for a new item, but for someone to say, "You don't have to fix this alone." It's not wrong to want something nice. We all deserve comfort, pleasure, beauty, to feel that we're still worth caring for. And sometimes, buying yourself something small is a perfectly valid way to say, "I still matter to me." But then, there are days when the package arrives and you don't even open it right away. No excitement, no spark, just stillness. A soft kind of silence in the room that makes you wonder, what am I really looking for? Is it this item or something else I haven't dared to name? Maybe all you really needed was for someone to ask, "Hey, what happened today?" Maybe you just wanted to be heard without being fixed, to feel like your exhaustion didn't need to be justified. Because the truth is, we're not really buying the object. We're buying the feeling that maybe, just maybe, we're still in control of some part of our lives. Or maybe, we're just trying to fill a quiet emptiness we haven't figured out how to speak aloud. So next time you reach for the app, hover over the Add to Cart button. Just pause, not to shame yourself, but to ask, gently, am I trying to heal something with something that can't really touch it? If someone hugged me right now, would I still need this thing? Sometimes, shopping is joy. Other times, it's camouflage. Only you know which is which. But if you buy and still feel hollow, again and again, maybe what you need can't be boxed and delivered. Maybe what you need is someone who sees you, a quiet space to say, "I'm not okay today." Or maybe you just need a moment of honesty with yourself. No clicks, no filters, just a breath and a whisper. So this is sadness. And if you can recognize that, then maybe, just maybe, you'll choose a different way to be gentle with yourself next time. If this story made you pause, even just for a moment, thank you for being here. And if somewhere in all of this you saw a small part of yourself, know that you're not alone. There are more stories waiting, more quiet questions we'll explore together. So if this felt like home, I'd love for you to stay. Subscribe to the channel and come back anytime you need a little space to breathe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.